In a mountain village where winter lasted longer than any other season lived a quiet child named Elin, who was known for listening more than speaking and watching more than running. Snow covered the rooftops for months, softening every sound and turning the world into a place of hushed white light. Most children loved the season for its games and festivals, but Elin often felt small beneath the endless sky and towering peaks. Beyond the last row of houses stretched a frozen forest where tall pines stood like guardians of an older world. Villagers warned children not to wander there, for the paths disappeared easily beneath drifting snow. Yet Elin was drawn to its stillness, sensing something patient and watchful hidden among the trees. One pale morning, while following a trail of delicate animal tracks, Elin discovered a young white wolf caught beneath a fallen branch. Its fur blended so perfectly with the snow that it seemed like part of the winter itself. But its amber eyes burned with fierce determination. Though frightened, the wolf did not struggle wildly. It lay still, conserving its strength. Elin worked carefully, pushing the heavy branch aside with numb hands until the wolf pulled free. Instead of running, it remained nearby, limping slightly, studying the child with cautious curiosity. From that day on, the wolf appeared whenever Elin ventured near the forest. It never came too close, yet it never disappeared completely, moving like a pale shadow between the trees. Elin felt less alone with that quiet presence following at a distance. As winter deepened, fierce storms swept through the mountains, burying paths and isolating the village. Supplies ran low, and worry spread like a chill through every household. The only route to the neighboring valley, where food could be found, had vanished beneath avalanches of snow. One evening, as anxious villagers gathered near the edge of the forest debating what to do, the white wolf emerged from the trees. It paused, then turned and began walking steadily into the woods. Glancing back as if expecting someone to follow, Elin stepped forward first. Though fear trembled inside, a stronger feeling urged the child onward, trust in the silent guide who had once trusted them. After a moment's hesitation, a few villagers followed at a cautious distance, carrying lanterns that glowed like tiny suns against the darkening snow. The wolf led them along a narrow path invisible beneath the drifts, weaving between trees and over frozen streams. The journey was slow and exhausting. At times the wind roared so loudly that even thoughts seemed to scatter. Several times they nearly turned back, convinced the effort was hopeless. Yet the wolf continued, tireless and sure-footed, breaking trails through the deepest snow. Elin stayed close behind, matching each careful step, drawing courage from the animal's unwavering focus. After hours of climbing, they reached a high ridge where the storm clouds thinned. Below lay a sheltered valley untouched by the worst of the weather, its barns full and its paths clear. Smoke curled from chimneys, and the warm glow of windows promised safety and help. The villagers understood then that the forest had not been a place of danger, but a place of hidden guidance they had never learned to trust. With aid from the neighboring valley, supplies were brought back across the newly discovered route. The village endured the harsh winter, no longer cut off from the world. The white wolf was seen less often afterward. Sometimes it appeared at the forest's edge at dawn, watching quietly before melting back into the trees. Elin always felt a calm certainty when those amber eyes met theirs across the snow. As years passed, Elin grew taller and stronger, eventually becoming the one who guided others through the forest during storms. The child who had once felt small beneath the mountains learned that courage often arrives quietly, carried on silent paws, asking only to be trusted. On a clear winter night long after the great storm, Elin stood at the forest's edge beneath a sky blazing with stars. A white shape moved between the trees, pausing just long enough to be seen before vanishing into the silver shadows. Elin no longer felt small. The mountains still towered, the winter still tested every heart. But the path through the unknown had been found not by force or noise, but by patience, compassion, and the willingness of one child to follow when others hesitated. And so the story of the snow child and the silent wolf lived on in the village, reminding each new generation that bravery does not always roar like an avalanche. Sometimes it walks quietly beside you, guiding your steps until you discover that the strength you sought was already growing inside your own heart.